Hey everyone, it's Theo, and in this video, we're going to do the new map Frostdale Wonderland on Nightmare difficulty. So let's get started. Alright, now this is a build by KOD with some inspiration by K. We're not going to go ahead and do the secret right now. We will get to that in a few waves. So we're going to go ahead and grab all of this mana. Unfortunately, we don't have enough mana to do all the things we want to do, so we're going to try to do as much as we possibly can with the mana they give us. So we're going to drop an Ensnare and Strength Drain aura right in front of that crystal. Come over here, grab a few more chests. Now we're going to come all the way to this crystal, grab this chest, and we're going to build another Ensnare and Strength Drain aura right there. We'll grab this chest in here, and we have 2 more chests to go, but now we're going to put another aura stack right here. Bam bam. Another Strength Drain and Ensnare aura. Alright, we're going to swap over to our EV, and we're going to be placing 2 4DU buff beams. I'm going to put one right here. That's going to buff the tower stack, the aura stack down here. And I'm going to come all the way down here, and I'm going to put one over here. I like to place this right around that board area and put it all the way back. Now we're going to go ahead and swap over to our Hermit, and we're going to build some towers. Now on this top build here, you probably don't need a mushroom or a golem up here, but I still do. I put 2 seed bombs facing that way. There's a lot of ogres that come from that area. And I'm going to put a Nature's Pylon there to buff the 2 aura stacks over there. Now down here, I'm going to go ahead and place 2 seed bomb towers. One's going to cover that path, and the other's covering the other path. And I'm going to put a golem right on top. Now some will say you don't need a golem down here. I've found that I kind of do. Ogres kind of do get backed up down there a little bit sometimes. So I definitely do go with an ogre down there. Now I'm going to bring in a whole bunch of heroes, which may seem kind of weird. But this is really just to help things out for this first wave. So I'm going to bring in 2 DPS heroes. I'm going to put one down there by that middle crystal on the bottom floor. And one right here. This is just going to help with the wave, with the mobs for this particular wave. So I got my Adept Upgrader up here, and I have my Adept Builder ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a bunch of mana, and then I'm going to go ahead and build 9 LTs and 3 DSTs. So as soon as I have enough mana, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my buff, and I'm building out all my LTs, and I'm going to build 3 DSTs. One's going to be pointing at that crystal, one at that corner, and one kind of away from that west crystal. And those DSTs are really just there to handle stuck mobs. So now that that's done, I'm dropping the 2 DPS heroes, and I'm going to go swap over to my summoner. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to swap over to my Hermit real quick and build a golem right here. Whether or not you really need a golem there is debatable. It has come in helpful when bosses have spawned at the top for whatever reason. I've had a couple of bosses spawn on the bridge, and so that golem does kind of help out a little bit. So I'll go ahead and swap over to my summoner with a Huntress and Monk Guardian, and I'm going to go ahead and start my upgrader. They're buffing. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing the secret. So my Adept Upgrader is upgrading while I'm going over here to Santa's book. I'm going to go ahead and start the secret. Now that I've started the secret, I'm going to go find Santa's lost toys. There's only 3 to find. So I'm going to take an immediate left. I'm going to go all the way down here. And I'm going to go find, there's a a camel. I'm going to go ahead and touch the camel. And I'm going to go over to that south crystal. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this buff beam a little bit before I go find the other toys. Alright, so we got that done. Alright, here we go, starting our wave. Now here's our second toy, which is a robot. It's really just Eevee over there. Now we're going to jump up here to the top of these two guys, in touch, find the Bunny Squire toy. We've unlocked the secret. Now I'm just going to go ahead and plant my guardian right next to the towers and do some upgrading. Or run around and grab some mana when my spawns aren't doing their thing. Now things went really quickly in that first wave, but really the reason I bring in those 2 DPS heroes is just because I don't want my crystals being hit one bit. Yeah, I know. You don't absolutely have to do that at all. Your crystals might get hit just a little bit while you're building your towers, and you know that buffing's getting that initial upgrade. If that doesn't bother you, then you don't have to bring in those DPS heroes at all. But it bothers me, so I bring them in. They sit there. I don't even pay attention to what they're doing because I'm too busy building towers and making sure I have everything ready to go. So I have everything ready to go. Crystal hasn't been hit, and I've unlocked a secret already. And so that secret for this thing here is just going to allow me to get extra accessories. It's also going to spawn another boss, which we'll see, which is the Nutcracker boss. Now, in another video, I did say that you will only get 1 extra accessory per hero on Nightmare and 2 on Ruthless. But at the time of recording this video, Nightmare was actually dropping 12 accessories when I do this secret. So I'm going to assume and probably expect that to be changed in the future, where accessory drops will be corrected. As to when that happens, I don't know. But for this video, that is still the case. So, at the end of this video, when you see that I have 12 accessories, but when you run it on Nightmare, you only seem to get 8, it's probably just because the map's been updated to correct the improper accessory drops for the secret. These waves do go by pretty quickly, like less than a minute per wave. Pretty fast. And I'm just really running around with my Adept, making sure everything gets upgraded, and everything is. And so since that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and, you don't have to do this either, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in a tower booster. And I'll just tower boost for the rest of these waves. So we're looking at that map, we see those copters that are coming in from the north. That is generally the vicinity I am pointing that DST at that area. Not so much where those ogres just got dropped, but the little X, a little square up there. Sometimes copters get stuck there, so a DST right there is really nice to just take care of that so your waves don't get slowed down for any reason. Like I said, these waves go by super fast on Nightmare. Maybe I'm just used to Ruthless, I don't know. But we only have 1 more wave to go. And so what we are going to do is bring in those 2 other DPS heroes again. So they're both monks. You don't have to have 2 DPS monks. But I'm going to bring in my 2 DPS monks, and both of them are going to have eye pets. And the reason I'm using an eye is so that those eyes will shoot through the walls. Sometimes that middle crystal on the first floor, bosses will get stuck down there, so I just want to have 2 of my DPS heroes with pets shooting the bosses through the walls. My other DPS hero I'm going to use is going to be a ranged hero. I'm going to bring in my Huntress for this one, just so I can do piercing shot, and because sometimes bosses will get stuck. Now I've run this map multiple times. And which bosses spawn where seems to be different each time. So depending on where that boss spawns, like the very first time I ever did this map, 3 or 4 of the bosses ended up here. So I was literally fighting them up here. They had surrounded all of my towers. And so I thought that was normal. I was like, alright, so I prepared for it. And the next time nobody came up here and they were all stuck at the bottom. So it's been a little different each time, so we'll see. So I'm going to run around with my Huntress. I'm going to grab some mana, just so that I can drop this mana to my DPS monks if I want a hero boost with them. I am most likely going to just hero boost with my tower boost monk. I know it's not the most efficient. I mean, that hero boost on that monk is only like 2k as opposed to my 7k hero boost monk. But that's okay. The goal is for the towers to kill the majority of the bosses. And my Huntress is really just here for cleanup, long range cleanup you could say. So we are almost ready. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my tower boost so that it can cool down before the bosses show up. Alright, it is now time for the bosses. Now there are 5 bosses that we're going to have to deal with here. Alright, my tower boost is ready to go. Alright, so with my tower boost monk, I am tower boosting right now. And I'm hero boosting. And I'm just going to go ahead with my, just do some piercing shots. I don't even know what I'm shooting at right now. I just know they're around there somewhere. Alright, so one guy's gone. And I'll look at my maps just to see where everybody's at. And we can see that the Santa Barbarian is kind of stuck down there. But I do know a snowman's coming up here. Must be a South Pole snowman. And, you know, he's gone now. And look at there. We got the freaking Squire down there, just stuck. I've done this map multiple times. I've never had a hero down there. And then this time he's down there. So, that's what we're gonna do. That's why I have my my Huntress here. She's gonna just shoot at him, do some piercing shots, and kill him from afar. Alright, he's almost done. Now if I was a better player, I'd go ahead and I'd have like one of my monks tower boosting me, or hero boosting me, helping me out here, but so we got one more guy down here, and we can see, oh, this guy. It's way down there, and he's just stuck. That's our Santa Barbarian. On a few runs, he was actually on the bridge, but this time he's just stuck. He's acting stuck. I don't know what's going on with him. So we're just going to shoot him from afar and just wait for him to die. Turning back my tower boost and hero boost back on. Oh, look at there. He got unstuck. So, run away! Alright, here we go. Go ahead and take care of him while I can. Alright, he's gone. I'm going to quickly try to run up here. The Nutcracker cutscene pops in real quick. Alright. Nutcracker's here, and I got no hero boost or tower boost right now. So I'm really just waiting for them. And I'm going to engage both of them. And now my Huntress is ready to kill this thing. You can barely see him. I just know because where the lightning's hit. And he's gone. Bam. Nutcracker. Cracked. Alright. Alright, so that's it. Heroes are gone. Let's go ahead and take a look at our sweet, sweet loot. Now you do get 4 coal from this map as well, so super cool. Oh, you got the new Staff of Frost, and you have the Frozen Rifle, which is just the forest, reskin forest rifle. And there's our bunch of accessories. Less than 10-minute combat time. Obviously, better players will go a lot faster on this map than I am. And that last wave could probably be a lot quicker. But that's it all. A successful Frostdale Wonderland run. Thanks to KOD and K for all their help. I really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching, and happy farming.